The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round.
You talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And Woods has it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson under pressure. They got him again. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Play action. Now Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Tucker's kick is good. The Titans hold. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. 5 yards remain on second down.
Check out, slam. Check 52.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Play action. It's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. It got his man complete.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a handoff. Henderson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. To throw is Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is You actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And complete right side to Cook. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson escaping the pressure right. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To throw is Jackson. Will be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Dancing to his left. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Back now in Nashville, it's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now Jackson steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. On third down, Wilson being chased out left. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd.
Edwards-Helaire. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Again, Edwards-Helaire. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On third and goal, Wilson buying time to his left. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Anderson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you? And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D Ford has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
123 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Wilson on the keeper. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. They'll try and run for it with Janovich. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed. It's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Tennessee,
they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.